Solutions, using good old common sense to find a fix. That's what Common Sense Solutions is all about. Everyday people like you and me stepping up to the plate to find solutions by applying a little common sense. Take a look at this story about one city's solution to preventing fires in a city all too familiar to the perils of fires. And then you tell me we can't tackle whatever problem we go after. Hi, welcome back. Well, one thing is for sure, solutions come in all shapes and sizes. So when the city of Laguna Beach, California applied a little common sense to its fire prevention program, it found a solution that's about 2 feet high, a little furry, and has 4 legs. That's right, it's the common goat. Now this is Mike Phillips, fire prevention specialist in Laguna. Mike, what can a common goat do to help you fight fires?
Well, they don't fight the fires for us, but they help us prevent fires. And that's very important in our hilly terrain. We bring the goats up near the homes, and they eat the vegetation around the homes and structures, give us some level of margin and of safety, and that's very important from our standpoint.
In fact, about 70 Peruvian goats munch on 1 to 2 acres at a time. The goal is to keep fuel about 150 to 300 feet away from any structures. And if you doubt their effectiveness, see for yourself.
You can look right across on that hillside across the way over there.
They did all of that?
Yes, they did, and they did it in just a couple of days.
Jeez, that is amazing.
They move fast, and you keep them in a fenced area. They'll eat whatever's there, and well, you can see the evidence.
Now, who does the fencing? How do you set all that up?
Well, not me. In our wisdom, we figured out that we're not goat experts, and we're not livestock experts.
So who is?
The city contracts that out. We have full-time goat herders. They've come from Peru. We have some that are Basques, and they've done this all their life, maintain goats and sheep.
The goats can bring the fuel load down from 3 to 4 feet to 2 inches. A moving fire will hit this buffer zone. The flames will run close to the ground and give firefighters a safe area to make a stand. What do these people think of having goats right in their backyard?
This is a very popular program, and apparently they've been doing this in Europe forever. A lot of Lagunans who are fairly well traveled will come back and say, this reminds me of what I saw when on my trip to Switzerland. The goats are great, everybody loves them, and it's nice to have a popular program that everybody supports.
I think it's wonderful, because if you consider what the alternative would be, an army of weed whackers up there or bulldozers with diesel fumes, the goats are great.
They're the absolute best solution because they take down enough that it does the job and it leaves a nice clean start and refertilizes, and it doesn't take down too much that it's going to cause a mudslide problem.
In fact, mudslides are a major concern in hilly terrains like Laguna Beach, which is one reason why heavy equipment is avoided.
On occasion we have had heavy machinery and heavy equipment on the hillsides, but you just always worry about destabilizing the slopes. So this is a good compromise.
If you've got hilly terrain that poses a fire hazard, you might want to apply this solution in your city. And here's how.
Well, the first thing they have to do is look at their own terrain like we did and make the decision how best that they can achieve fuel modification. From our standpoint, because of the terrain and the costs, this was the best way to go.
Then, contact a livestock or grazing specialist and get a bid. Third, consider if you need a partial or year-round effort. For financing, you'll want to look to FEMA in conjunction with city funds. The cost is approximately $365 an acre. Well, Mike, is there any way to measure the success of this program? I know you've been doing this for 5 years.
5 years. There's the everyday way you can measure it simply by looking at the amount of vegetation that the goats have eaten in a day and what they've taken down. The ultimate test is going to be if we're faced with another fire situation.
Right.
And I personally don't want to be tested like that, it can happen and probably will happen one of those days. And that will be the ultimate test when we see if what we think is going to work in practice, a fire coming up a hill with a lot of vegetation, hits that buffer area and the flames die down low and our guys can make a stop. That's going to be the ultimate test.
Well, I told you we were going to bring you all kinds of solutions. And don't go away, because we're coming back with one man's solution to graffiti in our personal profile next.